Now, this is the 3947 plan built by Perry Homes. It's such a unique plan, and you're going to see different unique features throughout the home. One of them that's right there in the kitchen. You're going to see a lot of square footage on the first floor, which I'll talk about in a second. One of the first unique features I want to show you is this front courtyard. Now, we are in the 90-foot wide section of Santa Rita Ranch. It's a community in Liberty Hill, Texas, and they do different things like this and a very cool front courtyard just to provide an added touch to that grand entrance. Now, this home has 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, 2 half bathrooms, and a 3-car garage. That door would actually lead to the 1-car side entrance garage, and then there is a 2-car street-facing garage. Now, what clients tell me they love about Perry Homes is their homes feel so open concept with windows bringing in natural light everywhere. Now, what's unique about this specific plan is a lot of Perry Homes do have a staircase at the entrance, and you can see that staircase. Here, the staircase is hidden, and we have a great deal of square footage on the first floor. So if you're looking at homes where you like the idea of having a 2-story home, maybe just gets you taller ceilings in some areas, also gives you a little bit more privacy between your first and second story, but you want a lot of square footage on your first floor, then stick with me. I'm going to walk through this home in detail, room by room, and that starts right here in the kitchen. Now, my name is Raj Sahu. I am a realtor here in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 20 different builders, including clients with Perry who are actually right down the street, closed on a home just under 5,000 square feet, and I had 11 clients close in this neighborhood just in 2023 alone. So I know a lot of the builders that are here, and some of the builders have great floor plans, great options. I want to show you one of those Perry signatures, something small here, but cabinetry on the kitchen island and great design features at their design studio. Now, this home is for sale at just under $990,000. But if you want to build from scratch, there are 90-foot wide lots that are about to get released where you can pick all of your upgrades. Focusing in on the upgrades chosen here, I think for this inventory home, they did a great job just providing very simple colors, dark and light touches throughout the kitchen. You saw that on the kitchen countertop with those white veins running through it. I think these light cabinets and this light exterior countertop just pull out the white veins in that kitchen island. And then I think this kitchen backsplash ties it all together so well. Now, I mentioned 90-foot wide lots. One of the largest lots that you can get in Santa Rita Ranch. I'm going to show you what that looks like by heading outside. Again, we're going to go through some unique features here in the home. We'll get out back to that living room. I'll show you that fireplace in detail. And that's a good look at the backyard that we will head out to. While I head over to the pantry, we're going to get to our second unique feature that's here. And that's, instead of a typical pantry, you have a second kitchen right here with a vent hood. You have a 4-burner gas stovetop. You have an oven underneath it, and then a sink to the right. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would somebody get a second kitchen right next to their kitchen? I got a really good answer for you because there was a lot of demand for this, and it's because I have a lot of clients that like cooking fish, but they don't want their whole homes smelling like fish, and some of those clients don't like grilling fish, so when they like cooking it, they want to have a separate place to cook that fish that can vent it away from these open concept homes. So I think a lot of homes these days, like that kitchen you see here, it is open to the rest of the home, right? Right behind me is the dining room. You got the breakfast nook there, then you got the living room, and then it's going right upstairs. For so many of my clients, they say they love having a separate kitchen. I've had a lot of people ask for it, even ask the builder to run gas. But if there's not an option for it, they just won't do it. Well, in this home, we have it. Second kitchen, very unique. I thought that was very interesting. And I've had a lot of people surprised that people are asking for that. A lot of people, especially if you cook a lot of fish. I'm sure there's other reasons, but that's definitely one of them. They love having that second kitchen. And we have a floor outlet right there, so you can put a couch there. You could do a TV right above there at the fireplace. There isn't electrical running there, but there is electrical running just to the right of the fireplace that you see there. And then that is a good look at the front door and that grand entrance that's open to the second story. Now I want to show you this breakfast nook that's right here. We do have a separate dining area, but I like how this breakfast nook just has windows on all three walls here, including that patio door. If you're just thinking about taking your morning cup of coffee to your breakfast nook, I'm sure you'll get a lot of natural light coming in through these windows. Now my clients down the street bought the 4931 plan. It's actually the largest plan that Perry built in the Austin Metro currently. And they love the plan. They had so many windows off the back wall, similar to this. They love the backyard. It's such a massive backyard. And each of these yards are a little bit more unique than your typical like rectangular lots that some builders provide. There's a little bit of a curve in this road, and so you do get some unique lots. That is a greenbelt back there, meaning there's no homes between this and the homes that you see back there. They are building a section out that way, so just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that these are going to be, that's going to be all greenery back there all the time. But anyway, you get this massive backyard. We are on a corner lot here in Santa Rita Ranch, and this just kind of gives you a visual of the windows that are all off the back wall. Wait until we get to the game room upstairs, which I think has a great view. There's just so much of this plan that I'm excited to feature, especially under $1 million in Santa Rita Ranch. Talking about Santa Rita Ranch, it's a very lively, active neighborhood. What a lot of my clients say they love about it is they just have a lot of events inside the community. So if they want to meet their neighbors or their kids, make friends with kids down the street or somewhere, at school, there's always these events and then these amazing amenities that are around all year, amenities that are in the community that they can meet people at. And that's what people say they love most, is the community aspect of Santa Rita Ranch. And when I say amenities, they have a third amenity center being built. And while we're in the primary bedroom, and then we're going to take a look at the primary bathroom, love those windows in this primary bedroom. It's what so many of my clients say when they enter something like this. I just want to keep talking about Santa Rita Ranch and the events. The amenities that are here are like none other. So there is an amenity center in the north section of Santa Rita Ranch, and that amenity center was built on 4 acres. Then they built a second amenity center in the south section, and then they now have, at the time I'm recording this video, another third amenity center. Now most developers would pull back on amenities. Once a community is selling well, there really isn't any reason to just pour money back into amenities. In fact, that's land that they could build homes in and make more money. In this community, they really believe in the prestige of community and kind of what their founding values were. And that's evident in the fact by their new amenity center. They're building that on 8 acres. So the second amenity center that I mentioned that's on 4 acres, it's huge. It's got a slide. It's got a gym. It's got so many cool things that people love about an amenity center. And for their third amenity center, they just decided to double the size of it. It's going to have 3 pools. I believe it's going to have some pickleball courts. And it just kind of just shows you a great developer that just doubles down on the quality they're providing here. Now, focusing in on this plan, I want to know what you think about the upgrades that are here. This tile, I actually had a client close with Perry in this community on a 4197 plan, and they did a really fun tile like this in their primary bathroom. I think it was a little bit more of a lighter gray, like this is more of a stark, darker gray for that star color. Let me know what you think about that. I have so many of my clients asking if they should do something like that. Is it risky? And I just tell them, if you like what you see, go for it. But I wouldn't do something that's very active elsewhere in your bathroom. Like here, they kept it simple with like a subway backsplash tile, maybe like a little bit of a darker grout that you see there, just to kind of complement what else is out here. You also saw that same subway backsplash that is surrounding the bathtub. So that makes sense. When you have a tile that's a little bit more busy, then it makes sense to keep everything a little bit more basic. Basic's probably not the best word for it, but you know what I'm talking about. Now, I keep talking about windows. I got to fit a window right here in the closet. It's nothing like waking up, hopping in the shower, a lot of natural light coming in through the windows. So we're in that just above the bathtub. And then you have windows here in the closet. And then you have a window right here next to the commode. Then, by the way, in that closet, it's easy to frost these after closing. It's just a film that you can buy on Amazon. My wife and I did that with our trends and windows in our bedroom. Super easy to put on. You just spray something on the window and then put the, whatever they call it, the translucent panel. It's something on Amazon. If you just search window privacy, I'm sure you'll pull up plenty of options. Okay, we're going to keep going here. So that was the primary bedroom and bathroom. We still have that game room with the view on the second floor. Downstairs, we still have quite a few bedrooms. Again, this home has a lot of square footage on the first floor. And to get all this under $1 million, I think it's an interesting option. Now, this is going to be the dining area. And what a lot of clients tell me is they first tell me, well, they don't really sit down for dining. And then they realize, well, maybe they do that because they're in a smaller square footage home and they just don't have the space to get together. But after I dig deeper with people, I find a lot of people say, well, hey, when we're with friends and family, we want something that's right off of the kitchen that is still open to the rest of the home, but feels like its own space. And what I've seen a lot of builders do in their model homes especially is to make this space feel a little bit more unique. They'll make an accent wall. Like they'll do an accent wall either here so you can kind of see it when you first walk in, or I would say most people would do it right over there. Do some sort of fun design element on that wall just to make it feel like its own space. And but as you can tell, when I'm at the front door, we still feel like we're open to the rest of the home. Now, if I did this behind me, you would see that we're open to the game room as well, which I think we saw earlier in the video. And then across from the dining room, we have a study. And that study gets you more privacy because outside of these huge windows that are here, it looks out right to that front courtyard. So a lot of people ask me, what's the deal with the front courtyard? I had a client close on the 4197 plan in this neighborhood that also had a front courtyard. And people ask, why would you need something like this? And I think privacy is one. A lot of people have their study at the front of the home. Yes, you can still see out to the road, but it just gives you that added privacy in here. I think it also adds, like I mentioned previously, to the aesthetic of this home when you first walk in. But I gotta tell you also, it's when you're in a neighborhood like this, a lot of people walking around, you wanna say hi, you just wanna talk with people. A lot of people are doing that on their driveway, but imagine having a front courtyard to do that in, where you just have some seating there, where people can just pop in, they don't wanna enter your home. Maybe you got kids sleeping, or maybe you don't wanna interrupt anything going on in your house. You can just hang out outside right at your front courtyard. And I've had a lot of people do that and say they love that front courtyard area. In fact, I've had a client that had that front courtyard in this neighborhood. They actually put these fireplace in the front courtyard. So even in the wintertime, they can enjoy that space. Now, just next to the front door, we have that 2-car street-facing garage. I didn't actually pop in the 1-car garage, but there's really not a whole lot to see there. And that's why there was a mud bench right outside this garage entry door. So this is probably just a Coke faucet. And then we have laundry on this side. Now, we still have 3 other bedrooms on this first floor. So I'm excited to show you that. It's not too many plans. Open up like this, but still have all these bedrooms downstairs. While we head over to those bedrooms, and I'm going to show you this powder bathroom first before we get there, I do want to talk to you about why would you want to have so many bedrooms downstairs? For some people that are entertaining a 1-story plan, maybe they don't want to go up and down the steps. I've had a lot of them say, well, we don't want to go up and down the steps, but we love tall ceilings. We want something to feel open concept. Well, that's where you would land on a plan like this. But I also get a lot of clients that you probably want to think about, but I've been getting this a lot more often. There's a lot of people, especially in that sandwich generation, they have young kids, and then they also have elderly parents. And if you are lucky enough, sometimes you have both sets of parents from both spouses that are still here with us. And, for a lot of people, they say, well, my parents are fully capable of going up and down the steps. It is a delicate topic. There could be a time where that changes. I hope it doesn't. But that's one of the conversations that people have. And when they have it, they realize, well, having an extra 2 bedrooms downstairs in addition to the primary bedroom, that could be great to have so that both sets of parents and in-laws can stay comfortably downstairs. And that's what this plan has. So they have this bedroom that has a large walk-in closet. It is tucked away from the rest of the home, so it's a little bit more private here. There is a Jack and Jill full bathroom for this specific bedroom. In between the next bedroom, there's some closets out here in the hallway, and then this is going to be that second bedroom. And one of my clients, we ended up contracting, and they just closed a couple months ago. We found a plan that already had 2 bedrooms downstairs, and there was an option for a generational suite. A generational suite was a third bedroom downstairs, so primary bedroom and then 2 spare bedrooms, guest bedrooms. And that generational suite had a sitting room, and they used that sitting room as kind of like an exercise room. It was away from the third bedroom that they're putting in, so they used that as like a downstairs workout room. And then they could have, again, both sets of parents staying with them comfortably with 2 bedrooms in addition to the primary bedroom downstairs. So these are the type of things that I try to walk through with people. You may not know that all of these options exist. And to be upfront with you, I've been looking at these options for years and working quite a bit to understand all the options. And guess what? Every month, I'm still finding a new option that a builder's coming up with and a new plan that's unique. And a plan like this is why I do videos like this. This is why I force myself to talk through these videos, because it helps me memorize these plans. So when a client asks me, well, hey, I need 4 bedrooms down, I want open to the second story and a 2-story plan, now I can show them a plan like this. Now, I just went through this bedroom, and then I went through that Jack and Jill full bathroom, and we came out of that bedroom I already saw previously. So sorry if that was a little bit confusing, but bear with me. We got this 4th bedroom here. And then again, I can't wait for you to see that game room upstairs. Now, while we go through this, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in Santa Rita Ranch right now. At the time I'm recording this video, it's such an interesting market. And it's because a lot of the disruption that we had during the pandemic with supply chains, a lot of that stopped. There might be some issues that have come up. I have so many clients that are closing, and towards the end of closing, it can get interesting. It's not like it's always perfect and everything's in the home. There might be just 1 or 2 elements that are missing, usually cosmetic, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't close in a lot of cases. With that being said, in the pandemic, there was just so many. It was like, how many can you count that's still missing? It was almost like every single home that we had that was close to completion would have a delay. It was just a question of how much would it be delayed? How many delays did we have prior to that to even get to closing? It was just very, very annoying. And by the way, while I talk about this, I wanted to show you, this is the open to the second story where the stairwell is. So there are some really cool design elements, like you can put a vase or something up there to kind of draw your attention to when you walk up there. And it just opens up really well when you get to this part of the home. But continuing with what I was mentioning about Santa Rita Ranch, is when you're on these large lots that you can build 3,000 to 5,000 square foot homes, there just wasn't really any inventory. In fact, this section that I'm in, builders built a lot of inventory homes, meaning they pick the upgrades, they start building the home, and they don't sell it until it's at a certain stage of construction. The reason why they did that is supply chain was so up and down, it was so disrupted. The pricing of these materials were all over the place. So during the pandemic, the builder would want to order these materials, lock in their price, and they would want to then sell the home once they knew what their back-end costs were. Now we're not having that issue. So we're having a lot of lots open up where a lot of builders are feeling more comfortable, and there's just so many options that are out there. Not many options like this where you have this upstairs storage area, which is huge. It's almost like a huge walk-in closet that you see in like a primary closet area. This is really nice to have, by the way. And the door that was midway up the stairwell, by the way, that was for accessing the HVAC unit. So it's not like builders want to put storage there. They just have to give you access to your HVAC unit. But there is also an area there. That's that door that's kind of through there. And then again, we are open to the second story when you first walk in, shown right here. Now, my point in bringing that up about Santa Rita Ranch and a lot of builders opening up options, you can build from scratch. Now there's inventory homes going. I'll tell you right now, there are good opportunities and there are bad opportunities. And because I'm unbiased, meaning I represent clients when they're working with builders, I can tell you what some of those best opportunities are. For example, my clients down the street, looking out to this beautiful greenery out here. They have also a great 2-story option, and that was a fantastic option based on their criteria. Now, these are the types of options that we know, some that are on market, some that are coming soon. For example, there is a new section that's coming up where we can build these large 2-story plans, and I already have the first and second lots with both builders that are building in that section. Now, they don't even have pricing yet on that section, but we're already in line to get in there. So that's what it takes sometimes, especially when you're building some of these plans. For some of the other options, it's a question of, well, what's a good option? Is it inventory homes? Is it building from scratch? What's the best option for you? It's all based on your criteria. And that's what I tell people constantly. It's hard for me to give general advice because general advice is pointless. Advice should be tailored to you and your needs. What do you need? What's the best time to buy? What's the best options? It's all based on what you need. So reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. If I can't help you, because I think there's a better realtor out there for you that can help you, I'll happily connect you. And then if you want to see more homes for sale like this one, click on my website at the top of the description of this video. Finally, if you want to see another home built by Perry, go ahead and click on the right side of your screen, right side. And as always, I hope this helps. Take care.